Hello everyone, I'm Caroline.
I'm Phil.
And Phil's just trying to get his computer
Yeah,
set up.
hang on, I need glasses. I'm on Caroline's computer, which is smaller than mine. And now I've got to
Could be a
try.
while.
I got to try and find out where we are. Where are we?
Right then, I'll let you find. If you go on to just a second, I'll just show Phil where we. No, we're not. Yes, we are. We're on the Johnson one.
Yeah,
there.
that one there.
There we go, and then click on live. And
I know
we'll
what
get
to
it.
do. I know
It's
what
pointless
to do.
explaining it all to you because you're already here.
I'm here. I'm
Well,
nearly here.
Welcome and thank you for joining us on this very hot and balmy Saturday evening. It's still cloudy out there. We've had mixed weather today. It's been mainly cloudy, a bit of sunshine.
It's you telling me what to do on it.
Yes, because you're delayed. So
I am.
Phil's now running with you. I'm running 20 seconds ahead. So we've had mixed weather, but tonight it's got really hot again. But never mind, we'll be fine. And I thought the first thing we'll do is check out those first 3 people in. So I'm going to go to the top of the chat, and I'm going to put my glasses on, otherwise I'll get it completely wrong. And first in was Ed Creative. Well done, Ed. Followed closely by Anne Goodwin. Well done, Anne. And in third place, Jen W. Oh, and just pipped to the post was Laura Sully. So well done. First people on the podium tonight, and there's a lot of chat going on. So hello to everyone who's in. And I think that if you've sent an individual message, I have been sort of coming back and checking it as I've been getting ready. So thank you for all the messages directly to us. Hello, and yes, it's hot here, and yes, we've had a good week. Right. Are you ready? Are you with us?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm scrolling
then.
down the chat. You know, Linda saying good morning to us.
Good morning, Linda. Having your breakfast?
You have to excuse me. I'm half asleep.
Phil did a funeral 2 days ago now, and he was at the graveside for over an hour, or about an hour, in the really strong sunshine, and he really doesn't cope without a hat on, do you?
I always wear a hat. I know I wear my brown hat, but I've got a summer version of that, a lighter one. I always wear a hat if I'm in the direct sunlight, otherwise it knocks me for 6. And I could not wear a hat because obviously I was at work and I was stood on, as Caroline says, on a mountainside, and I've got to say the weather on Thursday was glorious. Everybody bar the staff with the funeral director and myself were in short sleeves. I was in short sleeves but under a 3/4 coat, so I looked the part, but as soon as I got back to the car, the tie was off, the jacket was off, and it was warm.
You haven't been well since Phil gets really hit by the sunshine.
I struggle with the sunshine. It does make me extremely tired, so so be it. But I will try. I will stay awake.
If not, I'll keep poking.
But if I look a little bit sort of quiet and distant, it's not because I'm sulking with you all. It's because I've nodded off, but my eyes are still open.
Now, before we go any further, Mankey, before I forget, he's been nagging me all afternoon. He's got 2 things. One thing, he wants to show you what he's been growing in the garden. He's grown a courgette. So that's his yellow courgette from our garden. He's really pleased with that. So
We'll cook that tomorrow, Mankey.
it needs cooking. It's been picked for about 2 days now. He wanted to pick it, and look at it, it's going bright yellow. It was like a pale lemon when it started, but it's very good. And also, he wanted me to say he's heard that Elaine isn't very well, so he wants to give a big kiss to Elaine to make her feel better, and also to anybody else who's feeling down or feeling ill or is having problems or just generally wants cheering up, or even if you just want a Mankey kiss. So pack her up. Here he comes. Mwah! Right, now go back on the shelf and be quiet. There we go. Put that there.
There we go.
So, shall we get on with the first question of the night?
Definitely, as long as I can find my questions. Hang on. Yeah, I'm
We're
waiting
just
for.
running a minute slower
It's
than
all
everyone
right.
else.
My excuse is I'm waiting for the logo.
Right. Oh, no, it's not a logo. It's a jingle.
I was jingleless. Here we go. Thank you very much for my jingle. The first question is linked to this particular find. Now, under normal circumstances, we would not bring back a piece of china that damaged, particularly when it is broken in 2 pieces. But I've glued it back together. This section here, as you can see from the back quite clearly, the section here was snapped off.
There's still not a lot of it.
But I managed to glue it back on, and we brought it back because we wanted to research that particular statement on there. Now, I'm not sure if going nearer or further away is going to help you. Oh, there we go. So there we are. There's the words that are on there. And, of course, around this side, there's only left one word, which is Garfield. And thank you very much to those who have commented. Thank you to Rachel Bailey, I believe it was the first one in with the information for us on President Garfield, who was sadly assassinated in 1881, as it says there. And the reason there are 3 dates is because the top date would have been November the 2nd, which is when he was inaugurated as president in 1880. Then it would have been, I believe it was July 1881 that he was shot in the back twice at a railway station. And then it was in September that he died as a result of his injuries. So they are the 3 dates there. And that verse, this is a commemorative mug for that occasion.
Which makes you wonder why it was in the UK, because it's not generally the history from America doesn't get brought, that sort of thing doesn't go here unless it's a holiday maker, so it's somewhere. It just seemed a bit strange.
I don't know, and I don't know if this was around that date. It could have been, because the pipe bowls and things we find are 100 years old. So, but on the bottom we do have a maker's mark. I found when I was cleaning it, which is 3 letters and a location, I believe. It says W, F and R, Burslem. So there we go. So that is the piece of china. As I say, thank you to all those who helped us on the research, and I believe it was Rachel who was first in with the information for us. My question is this. The verse on the broken mug was to commemorate the death of President James Garfield, who was shot in July 1881. Which of these 3 comments are true about President Garfield? Was it A, he was the last president with the Christian name James? Is it B, he was the last president to be born in a log cabin? Or C, Jim Davis named his cartoon cat after this president?
Go!
So there we go. If you think he was the last president to have the Christian name James, that's A. If you think that's true. If you think he was the last president born in a log cabin, that would be B. And if you think Jim Davis named the cartoon character Garfield the cat after President Garfield, then that would be C.
Lots of answers coming in. We've got A's, B's and C's. So the good news is...
And there's a trick in
everything's
this.
right.
There is a tricky one in this as well.
You're not going to sneaky
there's
one again.
There's a sneaky one to this. There is.
Right.
Indeed.
So there's a lot of people convinced of different answers. So I now am beginning to suspect. I don't know what the answer is. Phil didn't tell me. So I've got a sneaky feeling that I know what he's up to.
Yeah, there is a bit of a trick to this one. A bit of a trick. There's only one correct answer.
Oh, right.
There's only one correct answer.
I'm just going to open the door and boiling.
It gets quite closer in the evening. The temperature in this house doesn't drop below 20 degrees day or night. And today's been a bit cooler. It was 25.5 in the living room above the studio here. Whereas it has been up 28, 29 in the living room. And it's quite muggy. Quite muggy, isn't it? Muggy. And
we don't have air conditioning. Well, some people do, but not a lot of people have air conditioning in the UK because we don't usually get the weather.
No. So, if people got it, it's in stores and things. Some modern flats may have it, but most people, if they've got it at all, it's a little portable unit. Okay, so let's have a look at all these answers that we've got here. Oh, let's have a look. All the way back. Gosh, you've got to go up a long way to find top of these answers. You are on the ball tonight, folks. Righto. Well,
who's the winner?
I can tell you that the correct answer is B. He was the last president of the United States to be born in a log cabin. And his parents continued to work their farm, I believe, is in Ohio, and lived in the log cabin when he was
president. I noticed a lot of bees coming in. I thought somebody knows something, obviously.
Well, also, I
It's more
suppose
history
it
for you.
stands out a bit in the answers. Why would Phil come up with the last president of a log cabin if it wasn't true, sort of thing?
Then again.
Now, if you
That means
if you
nothing.
went for A, all I'll say to you is he may have called himself Jimmy, but he was christened James Carter. So we've had a president in the 20th century who was a James. So A couldn't be right. And here's the tricky bit. Jim Davis named the cartoon character Garfield after his great-grandfather.
Sneaky,
But
sneaky.
his great-grandfather was
Named after God.
James Garfield Davis, and was named after the president that had been assassinated. So they
that was
gave him
sneaky.
his first and second name to his great-grandfather. So it would have been an indirect reference, but he named him after his great-grandfather, who was named after the president. But the actual statement that is completely true is B. So now we need to say who came up with B first. And I can tell you now, it was Mike Sage. It's lovely to see you with us, Mike, and you're on a
Well
gold
done, Mike.
podium straight away. Oh, and I think Lexi probably knew it. I don't think it was just the fact it was a B, because Lexi came in second,
Well done, Lexi.
and Peggy Reed
Well done, Peggy.
came in third. But I will say that when Peggy came in for the bronze podium, she was the first of 3 Bs in a row. So, Peggy, you just pipped Ian Davis and Tina Thompson to that podium. But as you see when you watch the Olympics, if there's only a fingernail in it, it go from gold to silver, whether it's swimming or whether it's the relay. It's down to the wire, and there we go. So it's Mike, Lexi, and Peggy.
Well done. And I'm going to go straight over to a comment.
Ooh!
Trims and Things said, I found a brick today that Phil might like. It's a double frog brick with a horse's head on one side and the writing Carlisle Brickworks Limited on the other. I can't find any info online or on Brockcross, which I assume is a brick site. So, and I've never heard of one of those. I've never seen one, so nice find.
John, if you're out there, do you know anything about this, John?
John will know.
If John's
Not
got
much
a
he
lot
doesn't
of
know about
access to a
bricks.
lot of sites, so he's relatively new to the brick world, but he has, shall we say, grasped it with both hands and has followed it with great enthusiasm.
Now, Karen said, interestingly enough, thunder and lightning is uncommon in Shetland. The gales blow it away.
Now,
Right.
funnily enough, I was talking with someone from Shetland this week
Right.
because the service Caroline spoke about around the grave with me were, I think, 14 people from Shetland, something like that, about a dozen people from Shetland, because they were the immediate family, 3 generations, of the gentleman from the valley that had passed away. So they had travelled all the way from Shetland to be there that day. And when I was talking to him on the phone, I said about the weather, and he said, we get a lot of wind, we get a lot of mist. And he said, the wind blows so hard, we don't get as much rain as people imagine that we do up in Shetland. But he also pointed out to me, and we made a bit of a reference to this in the service, because his dad would always say, oh, my boy is now living up the Shetlands. And he said, everyone in Shetland knows there's only one S in Shetland. So we made a point of that at the service. So there we go. I was talking about the Shetland. There we are.
Oh, I was looking at houses. Whenever we hear a place, I like to have a look and see what the houses are like. You know what I'm like? If we go somewhere and there's an estate agent's window, I'll show you the prices. And oh, there's a lovely house up in Shetland I fancy with a view out over the water. Very nice.
There we are.
But,
So it's nice to know that Karen's
Unfortunately, it's too far for Phil to commute.
Yes, yes. But the gentleman that I was talking to, he actually went up with his brother. Oh, gosh. 40 years ago, perhaps. Maybe more. For a year to stay near their auntie that was living up there. His brother came back a year later, but he met and married a local girl. And now there's 3 generations of them on the island. So there we go.
Right now, some of you, the more astute of you, will have noticed there is a link on the bottom of your screen.
Oh, aye.
And what on earth's that about? Well,
I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to pass you over to...
Oh, right. What is that about? Ah, yes, I know what that's about. I can see what it is now. Right, folks. Thank you for the enthusiastic response to the idea of sharing some of our finds with you as I try to reduce the quantity of things in my shed.
Needs doing.
Now, I have an announcement to make tonight regarding that. In fact, I've got a couple of announcements, and the one I will develop further in a coming up video, hopefully this week. But the first thing to announce is the items are now available. I've done them in 3 sizes because I appreciate that people may want something but not want a stack of things because they haven't got room. So I've gone up to half a kilo, up to a kilo, and up to 2 kilos. I've also, it's free shipping in the UK, but I have put shipping costs for the rest of the world and a shipping cost for Europe. So they are available, and those are listed now. I did it. That's why I was running late again tonight. That's my excuse tonight. I was literally 8:15. I finished uploading the Ko-fi shop. We now have a Ko-fi shop that is open with 3 items on it, a small, medium and large box of finds. And all you have to do is, if there's something particular you would love to have in your box, then make the purchase. But there's an email address on there. It's the usual one, mudlarking@aol.com. And if you contact me by email and say, Phil, if you've got this, I'd love to have it. I can't guarantee because I may not have it. But if I have, I've already had one person say, oh, I'd love to have an OK sauce bottle in there. That's fine. If I can put my hand on one, there'll be one in there. So I'd love to be able to send you the kind of thing you want among it. But here's the... Now, talk of the devil. Look at that. Thank you, Tom.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
You interrupted me as I was about to speak your name.
Oh, so thank you, Tom. That really is so kind of you. We really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Indeed. And to show just what a kind, generous man Tom is.
Hot off the press news.
Yes. This is what I will expand on in a coming up video. But when Tom heard what I was doing, that I was going to start offloading my stuff and sharing it through selling it in boxes to some of the supporters, he said he'd been asked to sell stuff, but it's too complex for him because of his location. He hasn't got a post office nearby, and the whole logistics of it would just be too much. But he would love people out there who would like to have something of his to have the chance to get it. So what Tom has done is he has donated to me and Caroline a box of bits. Now in there are pipe bowls, pipe stems, there's little bottles, there's bottle stoppers,
kettle toy.
There's all manner of things in this box. And what I'm going to do is, in each box I send out that you buy, there will be one item in there which will be wrapped separately. That will be a Tom Burley find, so that Tom gets to share some of his finds with people as well. So a big thank you to Tom for that lovely generosity in donating them to us, that we can pass them on to you. And I will, until I run out of Tom Burley bits and pieces, which could take a while because it's a big box, I'm sure we're going to have enough for everyone. We will be putting a Tom Burley find in with our finds, so you get a box of finds from Phil and Caroline and Mankey and Panky, and a Tom Burley find in your box. If you order the smallest box, you'll have a Tom Burley find. If you order the biggest box, you will have a Tom Burley find. Obviously, because the finds, the things in Tom's boxes vary in size, I'll be able to put larger things from Tom's box as well into a big box, because otherwise take the weight over. If I put one of his larger things in, your 500 gram box might have 400 grams of one thing in it, and all you get is a stopper to go with it. So obviously it'll balance out. But have a look at the Ko-fi site, check out the shop. You don't have to register with Ko-fi or anything, I don't think. You just go on there, you make a purchase. The reason we're using Ko-fi is because it is so straightforward from our end. It was so easy, I can do it. Caroline runs our eBay and everything else. And they don't take anything. There's a cost for the transaction, but they don't take a percentage. They don't take like 20% of the fee or any of that. So that's why we're running it through Ko-fi. So that's what's happening. As I say, get bits and pieces from us something from Tom. The options there, I've priced them at 10, 15 and £20. As I say, UK, that's inclusive of postage, no matter how many you buy. And on the foreign postage, I've done my best to try and get the postage according to what the GPO was saying, and I've tried to make it that if you order the bigger one, it doesn't go up so much, and if you order an extra one, it's not like double the cost. So hope it all works out. I've never run a coffee shop before.
And just in case, we only put out 10 of each box, wasn't it, for the moment?
I think there's 10 of one, 12 of another, and possibly 15 of the small ones.
No, it's not that there won't be any more. It's just
Just
that we
I
don't want
don't
too
wanna
many coming
run
in
out.
one go. We haven't got enough boxes.
I want to make sure
we can't get it done.
I pack and deliver what's there before I go any further, because it may be that the response won't be that big, but we were just a little concerned. We didn't want to run out of stuff to send.
Yeah, but we
having
restock
taken-
the shop.
Obviously, we
within
would
days
have
of it emptying.
refunded, but we don't want to make that too big. So as I say, more on the Tom stuff. We'll be able to share some of that with you.
Well,
down
there
the
is a
shed.
link in the description down below, because if you don't want to type that out and you want to go and have a look, you can just click on the link. I think you can just click on it.
And
Going back to Shetland, there's some interesting conversation going on here. It said, Linda was saying that her husband is from Shetland, Linda Peterson.
right.
And where's it gone? Flower Girl said she had a Shetland sheepdog, and Karen said, I live in a white croft by the sea. But it's moved now. See if I can remember it. Said, I'm living in a white croft by the sea, but lots of people are in Shetland. Oh, it just sounds lovely.
It does, it did. And I see Meryl Reese is really getting into the swing of things on the old generation game, because she put fondue set, electric blankets,
Yes,
and
that's
laughing
right.
in.
Same things every time.
Yes, that's right. That's it. There we go. Right, should
Oh,
we do some...
Rachel Bailey just bought a big box. That was quick. Oh, thank you for your purchase, Rachel. That's very kind of you.
There we go. And we will get that packed and posted. I will get it packed tomorrow and on its way on Monday.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
How's that for efficiency?
Rachel, you will be the first person I'll pack a box for and send off. And as I say, Rachel, if there's something specific, if you think, oh, I'd love one of them viral jars, or I'd love a bottle with the word poison on it or something, if you send me an email saying that, then I will do my best to put one item in that you've asked for. If I can, because sometimes people think, oh, I'd love to have that, and they open up, and I would hate it if you'd love to have something, and I'd just put it in a different box.
We don't have a lot of things like poison bottles.
No, but I'm just saying, if people ask, if I haven't got it, I haven't got it. But you ask, by all means.
Yeah. Right then, next we're going to have, what we're going to do now?
Fines. We haven't done any fines.
Okay, then.
We found so many pipes. Shall we show some pipes?
Okay then, I'll get all my pipes picked up.
Oh, there we go.
The easiest way to do it. And so we'll have a little bit of a pipe fest. Got this one that I found, and look at that. I remembered afterwards, I'm pretty sure I found a pipe with a heart on it. It's just in the back of my mind somewhere.
That one's got initials as well.
Before, but this one is the initials on this. Let me have a look. TW, I think they are. If I put it close to the camera. Oops. Knocking the camera over. There, it's TW on there. So there we go. It's a heart with TW. So I don't know if that's the maker's mark, or I haven't had time to look into these yet. I've also got this one, which has got, I'll tell you what it says.
Looks like something like creme Gambia, a Gambian.
Gambi.
Creme Gambi.
See if you can see it on there.
It's clearer on there, isn't it?
Cream Gambi's Gambia. Creme Gambia.
Creme Gambia. So I'm wondering if it was a drink, if it was an alcoholic company
do you
promoting.
think that was from the pub?
Somebody promoting a drink. I'm just thinking, because you get creme sort of stuff in drinks. I don't know. I haven't had time to look them all up. I just watched them before we come online.
Yeah, so.
Which I really should be ashamed of, since we filmed it in March.
He's a naughty boy. They got this one, which is, look at that, it's a chunk. You could knock somebody out with that. It's huge. But it was really easy to spot because it was so big. Oh, Mike Sage! Thank you so much. We got a 20 Canadian dollars.
In celebration of our 43rd anniversary coming up.
43 years,
well
done. That's so kind of you, Mike. Thank you ever so much to both of you. And we really do appreciate that. And 43 years, not bad.
Not at all, not at all. We are heading for our 43rd in September.
Yes, we're not far behind you.
Yeah, what date is yours, Mike? What date is your anniversary?
I can vaguely remember you telling us the date of your anniversary before. I just can't remember it. You know what my brain's like. I can never remember anything.
We wish you well and
so
congratulations.
Are you going anywhere nice? Are you going to do anything special? Are you going out for a nice meal?
Well, I know for a fact if they are, I'm confident that Mike will share it with us because he's brilliant at sharing the pictures over on the site, the Facebook site, and on email because we've got some lovely images and great support. That's fantastic.
Right, Ribble said the heartbeat is a match striker. What a clever idea. Oh, thank you. I would never have thought of that.
The moment you said that, it makes sense because of the crisscross.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. There you go. See?
Right. Oh, Meryl. Oh, thank you so much, Meryl. Meryl's given us a £5 super chat.
Oh, you're so kind.
That's really kind. And again, we really do appreciate it.
It's
difficult to say something different because we really do appreciate it. That is the way we feel. So thank you so much.
And it's wonderful because we love doing what we do. And we love exploring and going to places. And everything we receive, whether it's through selling the fines off now and the gifts we get and everything else, it is such a big help with fuel or anything else just to get about and do what we do. So we do appreciate it. And as I say, we also appreciate not everyone's in a position to give, but we appreciate your comments. We appreciate your views. Because just by watching, I had a lovely comment off somebody who said, I wish I was in a position to give you something for all you do, but I watch all your adverts. And I thought, well, that was lovely, everybody trying to help.
Right, so I've got this one, which is one with a wheat sheaf on. But it's unusual because it's got one on both sides. I don't usually find them with a wheat sheaf on both sides. So I thought that was interesting. And then there's this one, which comes with additions. Like you get extensions or enhancements. This one's got this old lump of metal. Look at that. Completely stuck on there. That one I think is actually holding, there's a big crack. And I think it's holding it together. And finally, we've got this big one. The Sherlock Holmes one. Look at that. Wrong way, I'm blowing on him up. Tell I'm not used to smoking a pipe. So that's my pipe fines.
Like saying, they share an anniversary with our second eldest. 8th of August.
Now, there we go.
8th of the 8th.
That's not long now, is it?
Not 43 years for them because he's barely 43. He's not 43, obviously, because we've 43 years this year, so he's 41. So, they are 2012. Our lot will be 11 years.
Right.
11 years. Yeah. On the same day, our Nathan and Anya, along with little Max, will be...
Isn't it? When was it? Oh, never.
Yeah, 12 years. They'll be celebrating their 12th anniversary the same day as you celebrate your 43rd anniversary, and they will be doing that in Italy or somewhere because they have taken a touring caravan. They left a month ago and they're doing a 7-week tour. We've done 4 weeks touring around Europe in statics. They've gone for it in a tourer and are visiting Venice today as part of their anniversary celebrations because Anya will be she's working as they travel because she works online, so she may be working on the day. So they've gone into Venice today, but there we go, same date. Congratulations.
There's lots going on in the chat. I'm sorry I can't keep up with all of it, but somebody said a listing on eBay from Ed: antique Jean Gambier Paris clay pipe bowl and part of stem billiard shaped body. So somebody's trying to sell something. I don't think that's got a billiard shaped body, is it? Don't think so. Doesn't look very round to me. And there were a few things I wanted to comment on and I can't find them now. So right, but I have read all the comments. I just can't find them because it just gets all crumpled up because I've only got a little tiny chat box.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if I'm missing any, but there's one here from Linda. Linda Peterson saying, Phil and Caroline, can I pay by PayPal? Linda, check on the coffee shop. I would imagine there's a PayPal facility. If there's not, then just email us on mudlarking@aol.com, and if you can't pay by PayPal and you need to, we will find a way to make that happen, okay? So no problem at all. You just let us know if you hit a problem. Just go onto the coffee shop. See what I would imagine, even when we're traveling in Premier Inns, they offer me to pay by PayPal for my Wi-Fi. So PayPal is pretty universal now. So hopefully they will allow a PayPal transaction. But if you have any problem, just let us know. Anybody have any problems, let us know and we will get them sorted.
Right, a few things. Meryl said, you're very welcome. Love you guys. You're one of the first mudlarkers I discovered on YouTube. And you're my virtual neighbours. So there we go. Not far away. And Trims and Things is asking, can we show some of the sea glass collection? I love walking around the beaches and rivers looking for beautifully coloured glass. We'll have to dig out our sea glass collection.
I'll tell you what, on a visit to the shed, I'll put some sea glass into one of the videos. I can do it that way if we do, or I can bring it up to a live show. I'll see what's happening. If I feel like carrying it up from the shed, I'll bring it up for a live show to show you. Because I've got drawers full of sea glass down there and bottles full of sea glass down there. I don't think we've any bottles on show at the moment with sea glass. We used to have some. But we've got bottles of dragons and we've got bottles of pom-poms. But I will definitely do that, definitely.
There's just so much coming in on this chat tonight. Sue said, it's my birthday today and I'm 62. I bought a box as a present for myself, thank you. Well, happy birthday, Sue. And does this mean that you're going to start Phil singing? Do you think you're going to resist the urge to sing happy birthday?
Whose birthday? Whose birthday?
It's Sue's birthday, and Linda Peterson asked to write down emails, so I'll go and write the email down.
Oh, you'll do that. I was just about to do it. You could do it.
Right, there you go. You
so
can serenade
whose birthday?
Sue Smith. There we
go. There you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sue. Happy birthday to you.
There you go.
Tally was down to mines, deep down and deeper and down.
Yes. Right then, so there we go. Oh, Mike saying, do you do e-transfers in the UK? I have no idea what an e-transfer is. Sorry, if you could, I'll look into it. You know, I have no idea.
Yeah, if we will check that out. But,
right.
As I say, the shop should handle all payment methods. I'm hoping because Ko-fi's fairly universal. But check it out. And if I have any problems, Mike, same goes. Let us know on the email, and then I can go. When I've got it in an email, I can try and sort the problem out, and we can come to some sort of.
We'll work it out.
We will work things out for our regulars for sure. Because I just want to get some room in the shed and share the love with everyone else. As I say, it'll be every time you get a box, you won't have a clue. If you've asked for something, you can hope it's in there, but you won't have a clue what's come in because I'm just going to pack them up and send them off.
Right then, I think we should go for another question. We're running well behind.
Question number 2. I would say we're well behind, yes. Question number 2, and we're over halfway through the show. Right then. Caroline, we're showing you this, which we have christened our Sherlock Holmes pipe. The pipe made famous by the film adaptation of Sherlock Holmes is made from which part of a tropical tree?
Ooh.
A, the root, B, the branch, or C, the fruit?
Go!
So what do you think it is? If you think it's the root of a tropical tree that they make the pipe out of, that's A. If you think it's the branch of a tropical tree they make that pipe out of, it's B. If you think it's the fruit of the tropical tree they make the pipe out of, it's C.
Well, I'm thinking of my answer. Oh, I'm right! That doesn't happen very often, does it? I'm right. Oh, here we go. The answers are coming in, and I can see A's, B's, and C's. So we do have a winner. But, what was that?
It's all happening. It's all happening. Lots of if and answers. Yeah.
There was Sue said, oh my God, that was fantastic, Phil. Thank you so much. I tell you what, we should record Phil singing Happy Birthday and see if we can get him to #1 in the charts.
No.
What do you reckon? Or people downloading podcasts of Phil singing Happy Birthday. They do those things, don't they? some politicians and famous people, you can pay them some money and you give them some details and they'll make a little video saying, happy birthday, and I know you love gardening, so I hope your flowers are blooming well today. That sort of thing. It's amazing what you can do nowadays online.
Indeed.
My daughter had her husband sent her for Christmas. Do any of you remember, or what was his name, Mankind on the WWF wrestling?
Yeah.
He was also Jude Love and
yeah,
possibly something else.
yeah.
And
They were
he sent a
mad
wonderful
on.
message.
They were mad on doing WWF. Would have loved to have been a wrestler, I think, and still into it today. And they were over the moon with that gift. And fair play to Mike Foley. Mike Foley. That's his real name. Fair play to Mike Foley. He really went the extra mile. He must have done a 2-minute message.
It was longer than that. He sang 2 songs.
Because they'd given so much information, he really brought it all in, didn't he? He brought in everything about their history and everything. It was really good. Fantastic gift, that was. Okay, let's have a look here, folks.
Right, who's the winner? Who's the winner? This is exciting.
I've got to wind back up and find out.
Let's have a look.
Now. Whoa, we got a wrong answer, a wrong answer, a wrong answer, and then 3 correct answers in a row. That's what I've got.
Definitely, Tom, you should do a cameo page. I reckon people would love to have a birthday greeting from you.
Right, so who got the 3 in a row? I can tell you now, it was not the root, it was not the branch, it was the fruit.
I thought that, because you're not going to be able to make a bowl easily out of the branch or the root, but the fruit is going
I thought the root may get people because maybe it had knobbly roots, but with this particular fruit, it's a gourd, it's the calabash. Because remember in the one black and white thing, Inspector Lestrade thinks he's dead and he takes his calabash pipe.
Right.
And
I think Tom mentioned the word calabash. I think you did, didn't you,
it's
Tom?
a calabash pipe, but it's a gourd calabash.
We've got insects coming in. I'm going to shut the door now.
Right. It's called... you opened the 2 doors. Caroline opened us to the garden and we've got a dirty great big bright light on in the studio, so we now get every bug in creation coming in. Lucky the bats didn't fly in, darling. It's called a gourd calabash pipe, and it's from the fruit that when it is dried goes rock hard. They use it for making utensils, they use it for making mugs, dishes, all sorts. But it is used to make the fruit. So the 3 in a row are, he's on fire tonight. Mike Sage, being married for 43 years, definitely agrees with you. You've got the gold.
Well done, Mike.
And Dan Fetters is taking silver.
Well done, Dan.
And Rachel Bailey
Well done, Rachel.
has come in on the bronze.
Everybody's good tonight.
There we go. Well done. Well done. Okay, let's have another find. Here's my sad find.
I'm not really into bricks, but I love that one. I think
Wouldn't that have
lovely.
been a cracker? Wouldn't that have been a cracker? I believe it says, well, it's OATE something, and then on the bottom GRE, and I think it's another E, so I think it's going to be Oats Green.
Right, could be.
Something like that in Halifax. But look, it's got, as we pointed out, it's got that polished white surface, so it would have been in a public lavatory, or as Caroline said, a pit. Apologies to all Yorkshire miners for Caroline's question, did they have pits in this area?
Well, I don't know.
I tell you, stood shoulder to shoulder, fantastic set of boys up in Yorkshire. There we go. But it's, how would it be a cracker? If I'd been Ool, it would have been...
It's very nice.
I know for a fact that if that had been Hool, John would have been weeping with envy.
Because the only other small brick that I really like, Tom gave us one a couple of years ago, and that's Hole. And I just love the fact they're smaller. I just think they're wonderful.
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, it's a boot. There we go. So that's a nice find.
So Anne said maybe you'll find the other half when you return. You never know.
Now, I'm going to show you a pipe. This is one that I have repaired earlier, just before we come on air. I didn't just glue together the verse, but remember I said this broke as I picked it up? Well, I've now repaired it, so you can have a proper look. It's got an acorn pattern on it, and see the swirl underneath. Look at the detail on that. Oh, I don't care what anyone says. there's such a joy in finding things
Yeah.
like this with all that detail. Absolutely beautiful. And as I say, as I picked it up, it fell apart. It was cracked, but the two pieces were still together, so I've been able to glue it. I think it was clear.
There we go. It didn't seem to be, but then again, that could have just been my eyes.
Ah, it's your eyes.
So
It
there you
is.
go.
It's your eyes. And of course, I actually found 3 pipes on this occasion. I found that one. I found this one. I love this. I tell you what, there's nothing written on anything. It once had a piece here that looks like a bit of a branch. So there might have been a little leaf down there. I've had one of them before. But what I love about it is this is so tactile. It's impossible, I think, to convey the shine on that. But that has been held in the hand and it's got such a sheen to it.
To get me out of the picture, keeps on focusing on me.
That the
like
best part, over 100 years in the ground has not detracted from the patina that it's got. In fact, it's just enhanced it.
There we go.
There you have it. There you go. See, it stays on it now.
Now it's back on me.
There we go. So I love that. And of course, my other find, which I've claimed as mine, although Caroline picked it up, because Caroline only picked it up because I said, watch where you're stepping, because she was just about 6 to 9 inches away from that.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah,
It's
so I'm
fine.
claiming this. And there we have the chip that Caroline said about coming out of the front. But that's another one. Now, I've got another pipe-related question.
Before
Should we have
you
that?
do, Trims and Things said that is, in fact, Oat Screen Halifax. They specialise in making roof tiles and bathroom tiles, but also made bricks.
There we go.
Thank you very much. There's some
It was
brilliant
old screen.
information there.
You got that right. Well done. Thank you for confirming that. Mary, stop showing off with your pipes. There, if you want some pipes, put an order in and I'll make sure there's pipes in your box.
You mentioned pipes, so send us a message.
Yeah, send me a message on thing and I'll make sure you get some pipes.
Right, so we're going to have another question.
We are
Really
a
need to.
pipey question.
Whoops, no, that's the countdown. Hey, we got there.
Whee! My mincing night. Okay, folks. On the video, at the close of the video, I said, what a day. I wondered if we would get a pipe today. We've always found one pipe bowl on each visit to our dump, virtually every time, I think. Was this going to be the day we had none? And then I said, no, we got 5. Well, I've realised while I had in the video that while I had 5 in my pocket, that was not the total count. What was the total count for this video? Was it A, 7, B, 9, or C, 11?
Go. I'm not going to
What
answer
do you
this one
think?
because I know.
What do you think, folks?
Thing is, it goes all quiet this end. You wait, I say go, but you heard me say go 20 seconds
20
later.
minutes
Not
later.
20 minutes, 20 seconds later. So we've got a, oh,
If it was 20 minutes later, we'd have already gone.
Laura,
Oh, they're coming in, they're coming in,
Laura
they're coming
said,
in.
where's the happy news? It's come in, it's come in. As long as we can fit it in. What's it? It's nearly 9:45.
We'll get one in, we'll get one in.
Right, okie dokie.
So, do you want me to do the one for you? We'll do it after
Well, you're
this
going to do
question.
the answers, yeah?
Yeah. We'll
Right
get
then,
one
so
in
let's have a
tonight.
look then. Who's first in?
All right, let's have a look. Well, there's lots in. There's lots in. We got 58 on the live show tonight.
Ooh,
That's
lovely.
brilliant.
Thank you, every one of you, for joining
That's
us.
brilliant.
Well, I'm really going to have to knock a wall down or knock 2 rooms into one if we get many more people coming in.
Here we go. Right then, the answer is we picked up 9. And Caroline is grinning because I picked up 3 and you picked up 6. Caroline picked up 3 in a row. She put a piece of music, she had a bit of music, and just look. And she looked and found 3,
know.
including
We
Sherlock
wasn't
Holmes's
expecting
pipe.
that.
Yeah, so we had 9 pipes on this visit, which is B. So the first podium place goes to Ian Davis. You're on gold. Then, Dan Fetters is back again on silver, and Rachel Bailey is back on bronze.
Well done.
So there we have it. 9 was the answer, and our winners are Gold Ian, Dan silver, Rachel takes another bronze. There we go.
And I'd just like to say, Tom, you didn't have to say that.
What does he say?
He said, I think 23 is my record. Okay, so mine don't seem so spectacular anymore.
Hey, we're from Wales, right?
Yeah.
As Meryl is making the point, stop showing off with your pipes. Meryl is just down in the next valley or so over, and they are like hen's teeth. We've probably found a dozen in Wales, and we've probably found 60 or 70 in Yorkshire.
Not all at the same time.
But in saying that, arguably our best ever find was in Wales, so they do turn up, because in the canal, if you want to see our best
ever find, that was a surprise find. The best ever find was up on the old Skipton Dunk.
I thought of that one, but that was the cross and
Skull and Crossbones. That for me is the best.
Yes, but I found that pipe that was under the leaf in Crumlin, and it was virtually all, and it was from the Irish Regiment. I thought that was a spectacular find. So there, we will agree to differ. Look. We'll agree to differ.
Fisticaps.
Oh, well, I know for a fact that I've definitely given away the one from Crumlin, but I don't think I've given the other one away.
Oh, that's what Christina Mizazaki's given us a 65 Swedish crown.
Christina, you are so kind.
A very cool looking lemon with the sunglasses on and a little baby something.
Yeah, what's that?
Little baby pear. Oh, thank you so much, Christina. That is really kind of you, and we really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, terms of things are saying, you collect. Oh, I tell you what, we were at an auction some time ago, and they had a job lot in from a church or something, hadn't they?
Oh yeah,
and they had these. They were this high, at least a foot high, and about 9 inches wide, and that was the smallest of them. And some of it, and they were. The bowl to go around the top was cranberry, and so was the base.
Oh, they were really nice.
They were obviously for one place, and he did them over 2 weeks, and he flogged about 20 or 30 of them, didn't he? And they were gorgeous. They are beautiful things. They really are. We love to see them, but don't think they last long in our house.
Funny story. I had a paraffin lamp, and it was in an oil lamp. It was in a terrible condition. I put it up for sale for £15, and I thought, well, it's not bad. And somebody wrote to me and they said, we're not interested in the lamp. We'll give you full amount. Please, can you send us a flame spreader? And I didn't realise that flame spreaders were so rare, and that's all they wanted. So since then I thought I ought to start a factory making flame spreaders, which is like a little thing that sits on top and then spreads the flame out all the way around.
Shall we have some happy news?
Let's have some happy news.
I've lost it. I got it.
There we go.
Life-changing find in a makeshift mine. In central India, a hard-working family man who had a mountain of debt managed to find himself a diamond worth almost $100,000. Our lives have changed forever, he joyously told the reporter, having just opened his first ever bank account in anticipation of the money from the sale of the diamond at auction. 40-year-old Raju Gond and his younger brother Rakesh take home around $4 per day from digging for gold on government-leased land. When they don't find much, they work in farmers' fields driving tractors instead. This uncertain work landed the Raju in debt, trying to put food on the table for his family while renewing his prospecting lease. The monsoon rains washed away a lot of the work opportunities, so Raju and Rakesh decided to switch from gold panning to diamond prospecting, and his luck turned while down a makeshift mine shaft. Raju and Rakesh jumped around and hugged each other in excitement before hurtling down the road 7 miles back home on their bike. Next, the pair took their mother with them to Panna Diamond office to have the stone evaluated. The first thing I'll do is pay back the debt I owe of $6,000. Then we will invest in all the children getting educated, building homes, Buy some land and maybe a tractor too, Raju said. Morning light saw the two men already on their way back to the mine to look for more diamonds. Isn't that good news? You know, to work for $4 a day. In the full story, it says he has 7 children, plus he's supporting his in-laws. So, you know, between them, so the family, the 2 brothers have 7 children and the in-laws as well as their own families to support. And they were working on $4 a day. I understand from the report that what they do in India is they can pay a lease fee to the government to be able to pan on a certain area of land. And if you find anything with diamonds, I believe it's 11% goes to the government and the rest goes to the finder.
Oh, that's not bad.
As well as paying your fee for looking. And this is what they've been doing. And there we go. His world has been utterly transformed. And I love the fact that he's going to invest in his children's education and they're going to have a home. But I don't know if anyone else caught it, and they hurtled home 7 miles on their bike. Not plural. They didn't have bikes. The 2 fellas were on one bike. You know, I just thought this really was a picture of life-changing opportunity. And it was the monsoons that flooded them off the being able to search for gold that prevented them working on the tractors. So out of desperation, they went into a makeshift mine and started looking for diamonds. How would you, I just think so many things could have not happened.
Yeah. Right then, let's do some finds. I found this little bit of a doll's head, so I thought, let's see what she looks like with a flower in her hair. And that actually, I don't think looks that bad. I think it looks a little bit surreal, a little bit dark academia even. And I found this, which is a lady, looks much better than it really is because she's not got a lot left on the bottom either. But I was wondering if I take this out of there and put it in here, what will she look like with just a rose stuck in her head like that? There we go. Again, I think that's just got a certain look about it. Apart from that, we'll hide her legs. We'll set her in some concrete. I think I said, put a dog in front of her, something like that. But I love finding these little bits of broken dolls, and I know you can fix them, but I quite like the look of them all being broken. I think they look good in a big drawer all laid out, all these broken body parts. It's just me.
I've got a body part.
Have you? You're going to show us?
I am. I'm going to show you my body part, which is rather small. Now, this was not...
Oh, poor thing.
This was not in this week's video. But it was still in the bag of finds from our trip to Yorkshire in March. And therefore has to have come from that dump, but possibly not been included in a video so far. The piece of footage may have got lost or whatever, but
it doesn't want to focus. Further away, try coming back a bit. Focusing on there. Let's try that.
There he is.
There we go.
Isn't that a cute face? Isn't that a cute face? So I thought it was so pretty. It was in the bag. That was the Halifax finds, and it hasn't been shown so far. So it's either one I couldn't find during another video we put out because we did 3, or it's a piece of film that got lost because sometimes footage gets lost. Sometimes things go wrong, batteries run out, etc.
I think this was saying the Flower Girl said, put that on the head of the headless statue. That's fun. I like that. It's a bit messy because it needs some more chopped off it because she's still got shoulders on. Oh yes, that's really good. Look at that. Oh, I like it like, which way was it? That way. She looks like she's flying. Whee! Put some wings on. Got an angel. Right, we better have another question. Yes.
We will have another question, yes? Give me a jingle, give me a jingle.
Give you a jingle for a question.
Can I just say, people are mentioning, trims and things are mentioning the beautiful lamps you got. If you'd be happy to, we'd love to see them. But we've got the Facebook page. If you come over there, it's a closed group. But if you ask for an entry, I'm sorry to those I overlooked for a week or two, but I have got everybody in now, I think. There's over 100 people there from the group, and it's a brilliant place to share images. So please put up some pictures of the oil lamps, would be great. And anyone else who's mentioning things they collect or have, then please feel free to put up the pictures. That would be fantastic. Here's a question. Now, we did find bottles on this occasion, but they were mostly damaged, and therefore they have not been brought back with us because for that reason. But Caroline did spot one bottle which we didn't bring back. It was a plain one, but she said, wow, I've never seen a bottle so thin and long. So this got me thinking about large bottles, world records, that type of thing. And I discovered the largest bottle of whiskey contained 311 litres. That's 68.4 gallons.
They keep you going for a while.
Or 82.16 US gallons, because it seems in the US you get less per gallon than you do elsewhere. It was presented at Duncan Taylor Scotch Whisky in Huntly, Scotland on the 9th of September 2021. The whisky in the bottle was 32 years old, and it was Macallan, or Macallan they may say up there, because we do a double L, I'm not sure. Macallan single malt, distilled in 1989, and it was sold at auction in Edinburgh in 2022. For how much? Do you think it sold for A, £250,000, B, £500,000, or C, £1 million?
Go! Ooh, right. As soon as we got the first 3 right answers in, we're going to have to go for the last question because it's almost 10 o'clock.
We've got 4 minutes. We usually go for the last question at 2 minutes past. We're doing well.
Here at 3.5 to 3.
Oh, they're coming in now.
Here we go. So we got some coming in.
God.
Here we
We
go.
got an A, we got a C, we got a B.
Let's have
So
a
we
look
got
what the answer was because I don't know. Right. So, we got enough in so you can find out who was first, second, and third.
Right, have we?
Yeah.
1, 2, hang on, I can just see.
There, and a bit further down there.
Down the page.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're few and far between.
Right.
Right then. The correct answer is C. Because it actually sold for £1.1 million.
I wish I'd had that bottle of whiskey to sell.
£1.1 million is sold for in 2022, and I bet if they put up for auction now, we'd get even more. So, would you believe it? Gold podium, Mike Sage.
Well done, Mike.
I tell you what, this man's really on fire.
Oh, he's right.
Followed by a silver for Ian Davis.
Well done, Ian.
And as you could tell from our conversation, I had to scroll down to find Rachel Bailey.
Well done, Rachel.
Who had a C. So there we go. It's Mike, Ian and Rachel. There we go. And just to say, it's lovely to see Anne and Jason tonight. I hope you are resting your aching feet after walking the streets of London in a heat wave.
It is lovely, isn't it?
And having a wonderful time, I know.
It.
We enjoyed every minute. Caroline has been talking about going back ever since we came home.
Yes, I can't wait to go again.
Just to have a sausage roll from
the Borough Market. No, it's not just that.
No.
My biggest thing is I want to go back to the Victoria and Albert Museum because I want to spend a lot of time looking at the Chinese and the Japanese parts. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Right then.
Yeah, you are right, Flower Girl. They do keep it in barrels. This was something made... it was an idea somebody had and a special design and everything else, and I think just to go for the Guinness Book of Records and then the record sale at the auctions because it was all promotion for the company.
And it'll probably never get drunk now because somebody will buy it in 3 years' time for $2.5 million and then 10 years' time for $7 million, and it just goes up and we'll never see the light of day.
It'll become an asset. But it was done as a publicity thing, I think. Basically, they made the bottle in order to create the publicity around it for the thing. Right, here we go. It's that time, folks.
I'm so excited about this.
I know it's all going to go wrong. Can I just say that the correct answer last week, I think, was achieved by no one, but I have to give a diamond podium to Ribble Crafts and Finds because you were correct to say there was more than 7. You said 8, and it turned out to be 9. So we were all wrong last week, but still, it's all a bit of fun. And we're going to have a bit of fun now when I say, how many times did you see Mankey in this week's video? Go.
Ed, I see you're saying, when was the last time you visited Cardiff Museum or the Museum of Welsh Life? It's been a while, probably about 4 or 5 years since the Museum of Welsh Life, and I visited Cardiff Museum last about 6 months ago. In the spring, I think it was. So it may not even have been 6 months ago. I remember the days when they used to have you went down the stairs and they built like a coal mine and you could go and look underground. I liked that, but they've taken that away now. There's lots of other things there, but I really like that bit. Right then, so...
Answer's coming. Linda says 503.
You could be right, Linda. You know what Mankey's like for appearing. You may find you haven't noticed most of them. Right, so who's winner? Because it is now officially 1 minute past 10.
Well, let's have a look. Right.
Don't say we haven't got anybody with it right.
Of course we have. Remember, folks, doesn't mean you're right. It just means you agree with me. But only one person agrees with me this week.
It's not Linda Peterson, is it?
No. It's Trims and Things, because I have
Trims and Things.
8. That's 019 on the log in the intro. 124 in my pocket as I stood above the hole. 201 in my pocket as I arrived at the hole. 731 playing plain or patterned. 934 in my pocket when I held up the pot that had no base in it. 2151 in my pocket at the top of the dump when I waved. Now that one you'd have to be sharp to see. Then at 22 in my pocket while I was showing a small bottle, and then sat in the teapot tower at 22:45.
And what do you know? We've now got a silver and bronze. And well done to Tom Burley for the silver, and Ian Davis. No, wait a minute. Ed Creative for the silver, and Tom Burley for the bronze. And well, we give Ian Davis a silver gilt because you came in with the 8. Why not?
So don't forget, if you play back this video, you can listen to where they all were. And if you've got a different one, then stick a comment on the video and say, Phil, you missed this one.
Yes.
But it is a bit tricky as well, because when he's in my pocket, sometimes he shows twice on the same shot. I turn and come back. But of course, it's only one appearance of Mankey on that time, and that can confuse things. But that's it, folks. It's 2 to 3 minutes past 10.
I'm sorry, we're on the run.
But we've had a lot to get through.
We have. And
Don't forget that the coffee shop is there. Check it out. Have a look. Any queries, get onto the thing. Caroline did put the email address up, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It's in the
comments.
Comments, that's the one. In the comments below is the link to take you to our shop. And you know, I put it on the chat.
You put it on there, didn't you?
Mudlarkin
at AOL.com.
So, time for us to go, and we'll see you all next time. But until then, don't forget,
have fun. Bye.